What is happening, guys? It is your boy Cam, and today we are doing another reaction video to 10 laws you have probably broken without even knowing. If you guys want to see the original video, the link will be down in the description below, so go check it out. But without further ado, let go.
We've all done it. Ride down to the local coffee shop and sit in the parking lot and bum some free Wi-Fi. Some people actually buy a scone and sit inside to surf, but others just need to check their email really quick. And although it may seem ethically questionable, it's not really breaking the law though, right? Introducing the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act. It says gaining access to hotspots that don't require passwords without the owner's consent could result in a 5-year felony charge. Back in 2005,
bro, I use free Wi-Fi almost all the fucking time. What is this? This is all right. Listen, if you don't want anyone to use your Wi-Fi, then put a lock on it. It makes no sense on why people are getting put to jail over using Wi-Fi. Without passwords on it. Even though what state is that even in? What state is that even in, man?
2007, people in Alaska and Michigan have been charged with unauthorized access to unsecured wireless fidelity networks. One man in Florida got fined $400 and had to serve 40 hours.
What the fuck? Oh my god, that is unbelievable, bro. Everybody here, everyone who is watching this video right now uses free Wi-Fi. No one can't tell me anything. This is stupid, even though we all broken this law.
Of community service for sitting outside his neighbor's house with a laptop and siphoning off precious bandwidth.
Yo, telling y'all a story. Back then, when I was like in middle school and we had like laptops, I didn't really have Wi-Fi at home, so I used to sneak outside and bring the laptop with me outside and use my neighbor's Wi-Fi. That sounds so fucking bad, but I just used my neighbor's Wi-Fi because he or she did not have like a lock on it. So I just used their Wi-Fi for free for like an hour. I don't know why I did that, because it was fucking cold outside, bro. Ah, that's stupid.
Light up the candles on the cake and gather the family around the table. But think twice about singing happy birthday, because technically you could be hit with a hefty fine. Companies have been claiming the rights to the song Happy Birthday to You since 1935. So, if you're in a public place that has a substantial amount of people consisting of more than just your friends and family, you've committed copyright infringement and you need to pay royalties.
Yo, bro, you know the funny thing would be if like the fucking you're at a birthday party and like the fucking SWAT team just comes out of nowhere and say, you're all arrested. Y'all sing happy birthday. Get on your knees or we will fire.
To Time Warner. This seems out of line, but in 1996, the American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers, better known as ASCAP, actually got money out of the Girl Scouts of America for singing the famous song around campfires. You've got to be pretty dirty to try to muscle in on some of that cookie money. The sole owner of copyright to the song collects an estimated $2 million per year in licensing fees, and they will continue to do so through at least the year 2030. Whatever you do, you better hold it in, because if you let one fly, you could be facing a trip to the slammer. No joke. In 2008, a man in West Virginia was charged with battery after he farted, then fanned the gas towards a police officer. He was arrested for battery.
That dude is a fucking dumbass. Who the fuck farts in front of a police officer? Like, what did you expect? Especially if he's white, what did you expect? What was this dude fucking thinking, bro?
Were later dropped, but come on, he was arrested for farting? In Florida that same year, a 13-year-old middle school student was taken into custody for continuously farting in class. According to the police report, he was arrested for continual disruption of the classroom environment. If the "he who smelt it dealt it" rule still stands, then the officers should have arrested the person who reported it. Just saying.
Unnecessary as fuck.
All you married folks out there thinking about cheating on your spouse, think again. If caught, not only will you get slapped by your significant other, you may also get slapped with some handcuffs.
Everybody cheats.
Adultery remains a criminal offense in 21 states. Massachusetts, Idaho, Oklahoma, Michigan, and Wisconsin consider adultery a felony, while in the other states it's just a misdemeanor. A woman from Batavia, New York, became the 13th person in history of that state to be charged with adultery when she was arrested for having sex with the dude that wasn't her husband. New York penal law states a person is guilty of adultery when engaged in sexual intercourse with another person when either of the two has a living spouse. According to the law, an adultery conviction can get you up to 90 days in jail and a $500 fine. Not only is adultery illegal, but in some states like Florida, living cohabited out of wedlock is a punishable crime. You can just forget about your First Amendment right to free speech because in some states, you better
cursing in public? Are they joking right now? This must be a joke, bro. Is it?
Watch your little potty mouth, or you'll get jail time and a hefty fine. That's right, you can indeed be locked up for cursing in public. In Michigan and Oklahoma, if you use vulgar language in the presence of a woman or child, that's 30 days in the county clean.
Hell
in
no.
North Carolina, if 2 or more people...
Hell no. 30 days my ass. Hell no.
hear you using loud and boisterous indecencies on any public road, it's a Class 3 misdemeanor. Check out Rhode Island, though. Their law states
that might be like the most weakest shit ever. Like, you were in prison, right? And like everybody's like telling their story, and the dude to your left be like, "Hey, yo, bro, how did you get to jail? How did you do time?" He's like, I am cursed and in front of a child and a mother. I'm in here for about 5 years to life.
Anybody guilty of profane cursing can be fined a maximum of $5. It's like a statewide swear jar. If you register a fake name on online accounts, you can get...
What are you talking about? Actually, you should use a fake name all the time. So many people who are getting their identity stolen and all that stuff, and people getting dots. So many YouTubers are getting dots now, and people are finding all their information, where they live, all that stuff. Dude, stop.
20 years in prison. So when you sign into your Facebook under the name MLG420 McSwaggerton, you've technically committed a crime. According to the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, hey, remember that piece of legislation? Using a fake name online is the equivalent to computer hacking. But the law will never enforce this, will they? Yes, they will, and they have, multiple times. In 2010, a prison guard in Rhode Island was arrested after he admitted to posing as his boss on Facebook. The 27-year-old pleaded guilty to use of fraudulent information and had to pay $500 to the state's Victims Indemnity Fund. In 2009, a 50-year-old woman was convicted of 3 misdemeanor charges. She was accused of being a cyberbully to a 13-year-old girl while using a fake name on MySpace.
Okay, that's different.
You remember MySpace, don't you? The case actually went to trial because the teenager later committed suicide. If you have ever been given oral pleasure and you live in one of these 13 states, then you've broken the law. About a dozen states still have anti-sodomy laws, claiming that oral, anal, or any kind of homosexual activity can land you in jail. In 2003, the Supreme Court ruled that it's unconstitutional to prohibit consensual sex between adults, calling it a violation of the 14th Amendment. So that means you can do whatever sexual activity you want to do with whomever you want to do it with, just as long as both parties agree to it. But the federal court ruling apparently didn't mean anything to some of these states. As recent as 2011, in El Paso, Texas, 2 men were kicked out of a Mexican restaurant by police for homosexual conduct. In 2008 in North Carolina, 2 men were arrested when police found out they were having consensual sex privately in their own home. Right now, in Minnesota, there is a law that states that anyone, gay or straight, who voluntarily engages in anal or oral sex can spend a year in jail and pay a fine of $3,000.
Bro, a fine of $3,000 for doing what you want? That is bogus. I don't know what to say about that.
Driving through the American landscape can be a joy for the entire family. But what happens if you ride through Oregon and New Jersey and you run low on octane? Don't even think about grabbing that pump. They have trained gas dispenser technicians to fill up your tank for you. Not only do gas stations insist on providing this service, it's also the law.
Gas.
Yep, in those two states, motorists can be fined $500 for lifting the nozzle and pulling the trigger themselves.
I thought like if you like get them gas from like a store and like you're going on a family trip and like what's it called? The fuck is it called? BR or the whatever the bit like the family buses and you bring your own gas, you can't use it. But when you're at a gas station, you can't use the own nozzle. What the fuck I don't mind the people at the gas station doing it for me, but going to jail for doing it yourself, which I think every human being does on a regular basis.
In an age where full-service gas stations are a thing of the past, the local legislature still believes that the common driver is incapable of properly fueling his own vehicle.
That's fucking retarded. If you guys want to watch the original video, link it out in the description below because we chopped some parts out, left a little bit out, so you guys want to watch the rest, go check out the original video, link down in the description below. And yeah, all these laws, everyone has broken these laws either there before. So I don't know. People don't give a fuck about the laws. But it's your boy Cam. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time. I'm out.